ladies and gentlemen, it feels like it's Big East action with this arena noise. It has been bumping all afternoon, and we are finally here. Game of the week, Villanova, St. John's here on SimWorld TV from the Queen City Kineska Arena. Samuel Goldberg here, joined by Sniper Jay here on the broadcast. Sniper, it's a big game atmosphere here in Queens.
Oh yes, welcome to New York, baby. This is the Mecca of basketball. This is where it happens. This is where the best of the best come to play, and I'm excited for some Big East basketball.
It is going to be a big-time matchup. I'm going to see some superstars out here. You got Jay King, Justin Bell, Keyshawn Shipp. It is going to be a big-time basketball game. I got basketball-itis, as you can hear, and we're underway. Villanova wins the tip. Let's take a look here at their starting five, as you have the superstar and Justin Bell. He'll be flanked alongside by Noah Jackson, Jamarius Lippman, Aaron Lovejoy, and Muggin Williams. On the other side of things for St. John's, Jay King leads the ball-handling duties. He's got Jared Kuhn in the two spot. Darius Rorkin, Jabari Shannon hold it down in the paint, and Keyshawn Shipp, projected lottery pick, rounds out the starting five for St. John. Wing two is good for St. John's, and it's the first bucket of the contest today. Sniper, what are your thoughts here? Keys to the game for both these teams.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad you asked, and I'm going to start with the home team as Villanova get their first points on the board with the mid-range jumper. I'm going to start with St. John's, and I think they're going to be led by Jay King. He's been dynamic for them this whole season as they get a slam dunk right there from number 13, Quinnery on the cut. He's been dynamic for them, and I think he's going to lead the offensive charge for the St. John tonight, but ultimately, their size is what matters to me in this game. Can they protect the paint again?
See what you want if you're an SWB team, because that was a fantastic move on the other end by Villanova. And Keyshawn Shipp projected lottery pick, but what also has been holding the glue together here for St. John's Sniper is Jay King.
Absolutely. He's dynamic, Sam. I mean, well, there's nothing you can say. His production over the last 7 to 10 games have spoken for themselves. And that's the reason, like we was talking about before, the reason why St. John's is in the position that they're in, competing for the spot in the conference title game, is because of Jay King, in my opinion.
Jay King and Keyshawn Shipp have most certainly been that dynamic duo that the St. John's team needs, as that drive will prompt now. We'll get our first free throws of the contest. Noah Jackson doing work early here for Villanova. We'll go to the line, shoot two.
Now that you mentioned that, my keys for Villanova is to dominate the paint. I mean, they have the size. Lovejoy is a very skilled 4-man, 5-man that can score the ball from anywhere on the court. I think if they dominate the paint tonight, they win this game.
And that's certainly a big task at hand, especially when it comes to the size battle in this one. I mean, this is truly a David versus Goliath in size. Would you say, Sniper?
Absolutely. I mean, Warwick and Shannon is only 6'8", both of them, and I hate to say this, but 6'8" is a small forward, power forward size in today's basketball game. And meanwhile, if you look over across the court, you see 2-footers, as we like to call them, the 7'1" and 7' Williams and Lovejoy. I mean, they're going to be asked to exert a lot of energy and really play, I would say, all out against these 7-footers because of the size of mismatch.
Jackson, good 2 for 2 from the line, and on the other end, Shannon gets his first bucket of the game. St. John's Villanova trading blow for blow here early on SimWorld TV. It's been a fun Big East season so far, Sniper. Villanova ranked 4th St. John's just on the just inside the top 20. They're at 18. No good. And offensive rebound is collected. Shot doesn't fall. Ship gets called for the foul. And going to the line is Moogie Williams to shoot 2.
And if you're St. John, that's exactly what you have to limit the entire game. Williams being on the rebound and your star player Ship picking up fouls because, wow, Williams just missed the pass. But you can't have your star players getting in foul trouble because the team can't rebound. It has to be a team effort inside that paint tonight, or St. John's is going to come up short here in New York.
This home atmosphere here in Kinetica Arena, I mean, it is second to none, and I would argue it's probably the best, college atmosphere in the Big East.
I mean, when you get to play at Madison Square Garden as your home games, it absolutely is the best environment. I mean, who wouldn't want to play at Madison Square Garden?
I mean, this is truly, I mean, as you said, New York, the mecca of college basketball. The mecca of basketball in general.
There you go. Now you talking.
Am I preaching to the choir here, Sniper?
Yes, you are. You letting people know what it is. I mean, the New York people love this right now.
Oh my goodness, good drive right there on a slam for 2 for St. John's.
And that's Keyshawn Ship showing off that athleticism.
Here's Bell, throws it back. Villanova trying to set up their offense here. Bell, 3, no good. And John's a chance to take the first 2 possession lead of the game.
And they do. Look how fast they are getting out in transition.
And they are, it is like Pablo Picasso painting an offense in St. John's.
But if you're St. John's, that's exactly what you have to do in this game. And I know I keep dwelling on what they have to do, but they got to beat those 7-footers off the floor on offense, not let them get set in the paint and get ready to block shots. So I think that's going to be a big part of who St. John is tonight.
Was a great finish by Bell on the other end. St. John's, that one no good. The offensive rebound, though, was put back in. Darius Rourke doing some dirty work down low. 14-10. St. John's lead with 15:45 to play here in our first half. Here on SimWorld TV, Samuel Goldberg, Sniper J with you here on SimWorld TV. Loud arena, Justin Bell quiets the place a little bit with that wing 3.
And he is a shooter. I mean, he can shoot it. He shoots a good percentage, and I think he leads the team in 3-point makes this year. So you can't just be leaving him out there wide open.
14-13 here. Bell is super valuable on the floor. He can pretty much do it all. As this drive off the glass, no good. Villanova a chance to take a lead here with a bucket. You throw the lob, but a little bit of miscommunication there. The ball is taken away by King. St. John's moving it around. What a finish with the left hand in the painted area.
Pip has come to play tonight. I think he has about 6 to 8 points already. He has a nice dunk. He can hit a mid-range jumper, and now he's driving to the lane, bullying people. Man, right now, he is looking like that lottery pick that people might want in the future SWBA draft.
Keyshawn Ship sailing right now for the St. John offense. His net shot rims off, no good.
I see what you did there, sailing. That was nice. I can appreciate the play on words.
What 8 years of broadcasting makes you do. You come up with fun sayings as that one is good. Darius Rourke down low again for 2.
And if you look at this right now, St. John's look like they have switched to a 2-3 zone, trying to change it up on this Villanova offense, knowing that it's very high powered and they can score in bunches if they get the chance to.
Corner 3 is buried. Going over and just like that, it's back to a 1-possession game. Down low, layup no good. Fantastic defense right there from Bell. He goes left to right. Transition 3, got it. Big shot right there by Jamarius Lippman. Villanova has the lead.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there, Sam. They score the ball so fast and it's so high powered that if you make a couple mistakes on offense or defense, Villanova's going to take advantage.
Exactly. Villanova so good on creating points off turnovers and missed shots and transitioning their defense. Right on cue. Bell with the steal. He's going to slow the offense down just a little bit. Goes to Lippman. Lippman drives in. He's stopped in the paint. Lost the ball. King has it. Pass ahead and slamming it down for two is Jabari Shannon.
Shannon has been doing his job early here in this game. I mean, I feel like he's been the leader in running for the bigs in all of the game. He's been ahead of everybody, like one step ahead, and that's why he's been getting these easy dunks.
That shot is good for Villanova. They take the lead again. 8 early lead changes here in this game. This is exactly what you expect in a top 23 East matchup. Nearly a steal right there for Villanova. That's the thing, Sniper. You know, we talk about the size difference here, but when you typically see 7-footers, they're not as athletic as you say like the smaller outlet power forwards. You see Shannon running the floor. It's plays like that could allow St. John's to be victorious in this one.
100%. I mean, even though these 7-footers are becoming more agile and quicker down the court, I mean, when you're a little bit smaller at that 6'8" frame, you are more athletic and have a little bit more speed than them, and you have to utilize that every chance you get, especially in a marquee matchup like tonight.
And you are absolutely right, Sniper, especially in a game of this atmosphere as Villanova takes a timeout and will step aside here on SimWorld TV.
Yeah, you know the deal. You know it's your boy Maestro. Just giving you a chance to say, hook up with us here in SimWorld Hoops. Do your game. Think you got the brain, be the coach. Think you got the game, be the player. Want to hang out and just party and just get it done together and have some fun talking about ball? We can do that too. You know the deal. See the game, be the game.
Welcome back here on SimWorld TV. 21-20. Villanova leads this one. It has been back and forth. 9 lead changes in this contest. And Villanova can't extend their lead off that missed jumper. Sniper, what do you want to see here out of this timeout from both these teams?
I'm not sure what I want to see, but I want to see what the coaches do to adjust, because I know St. John was in that zone on the last possession. I want to see what Villanova draws up to maybe try to get them out of this zone that they're running. And for Villanova, I mean, just keep pounding the paint, right? Like, you have your big men in, y'all should dominate the rebounding and try to attack the lane as much as possible.
One thing we're seeing here, we're seeing St. John's run the floor a little bit. As soon as that shot of Villanova's goes up, you see 2 threes. St. John's players running the floor, hoping that their bigs down low get the rebound. It's a risky strategy, but it works in the transition there. That one is rejected. Fantastic block right there. It looks to be Demario Dang off the bench.
You're absolutely 100 correct, Sam. St. John's is leaking out a couple of their guards to try to help get the transition started. And if they're not careful, they could be giving up points on the offensive rebound. But for right now, it hasn't hurt them too much. I only remember one offensive rebound turning into like a foul call. So right now it's working for them, but I wouldn't rely on that late in the game.
St. John's, a third opportunity here at the offensive rebound. Wild shot goes in. My goodness. Off balance through contact. A great shot right there.
That's just knowing your own gym. He knew where the backboard was. He knew how to shoot it and when to put it up, and that's how he made that shot. And I guess when you practice here a lot, you know what to do.
In the steal, going coast to coast, the right hand, no good. Down for the layup, goes out of bounds, and Villanova will take control. Che King a little bit out of control there on that job.
Yep, and it's surprised to see him miss a layup like that. I mean, I was really looking forward to watching Che King play because he's been having a phenomenal season. But right now, it just seems like he can't find his rhythm out there.
King currently being dethroned by Keyshawn Shipp in this game, and that's exactly why you have a dynamic duo. Is that layup off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, down low, kick out to the close side wing. Villanova will set up their offense. And it's good. Javarius Littman providing the spark for Villanova. St. John's will call timeout. Villanova taking control a little bit here. Sniper J 24-22. But Javarius Littman doing a fantastic job as we have a live EM giveaway incoming. Number of viewers that we have combined across all of our streaming platforms, we add a 0 at the end of it, and that is the amount of EMs that you will receive. But the only catch is you have to be present in the chat to win. So keep tip-tapping away there in the chat, interacting in the chat to be eligible for the EMs giveaway and have a little bit more EMs in your pocket.
We could always
absolutely. We can always use more EMs. But Sniper J, you know, I always thought I've always wanted to live out my dream of being a basketball player. There's only one best sports role-playing experience, and that's SimWorld Sports.
You're absolutely right. I mean, you start off from prep and you go all the way to Hall of Fame. I don't see what's better than that, and you control every aspect of your game. That's why it's the best, Sam.
That's why in SimWorld you are truly seeing the game and being the game. We're ready to get things rolling here after the timeout. 24-22 here on SimWorld TV. 9:31 to play here in first half. St. John made a couple of substitutions. They used to Jabari Shannon back into the game. He's been a spark plug for the Red Storm. He's been really running the floor and kind of doing that work that teams really need. Here's Quinney on the drive. The left hand. Oh my goodness, it hit every part of the rim, but would not fall. As Darren Folk gets called for the foul.
And that was a good drive by Quinney. You know, he's a driving guard at heart, and he's very physical, and it's good to see him impose his physicality on this game and getting to the free throw line here in the first half.
Jared Quinney from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. At the line here, shooting 2. And 9:13 to play here in the first half. There's the second free throw, that is good. And he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Misses the first, makes the second.
Look at St. John in this 2-3 zone still.
St. John's, they started out in a man-to-man. Now they're in the 2-3 zone, and Villanova having a little bit of a tough time cracking that 2-3 zone. Tino knows his magic, but that one is rejected. Fantastic block down low. Transition defense to offense. Down the lane, the floater high off glass, and it goes.
That was beautiful, Sam. That the arch on that floater was so beautiful.
Got it. Oh my, what a finish. St. John's and Line to tie this game up.
That was a tough finish from Shannon. I mean, he took the blunt of that hit and was still able to finish. And that's why he's a senior, and that's why he's on the court, because he could make plays like that with that 6'8" frame.
Absolutely. He is absolutely a fantastic player for this St. John's team. And this game, Sniper, it's just going back and forth and back and forth. I feel like the first team to truly have a 3-possession lead will probably win this game. 3 possessions might come with 2 minutes or under at the end of the game.
You know what, Sam? I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. I think the first team, and you said 2-3 possessions, I'm going to put a point margin on it. The first team to go up by 7 points is going to win this ball game, because it's so close right now. It's like a heavyweight fight out there. It's like blow for blow, point pound. And I 100% agree with you. Like, whoever is able to put together a run or a string of plays, they're going to win this ball game.
Villanova trying to get inside, but locking all windows and doors was the Red Storm in transition. Oh my goodness! Demario Dang, the rejection on the other side, and one! Ooh.
Man.
Cats pouncing in these couple of seconds.
Pouncing is the correct word, Sam. I mean, defense to offense, there's nothing more beautiful than a chase down block leading to an and one. This is a big momentum play for these Villanova Wildcats.
Some might say Wildcats are in the air. Did you get that reference?
High School Musical, baby. You're not gonna get nothing past me. You're not gonna get nothing past me.
Thank God.
Oh, you're not gonna get nothing past me. That was good, though. That was good.
Did another broadcast for somebody else's. That one's no good. And Tyree DeCosta Markham gets called for the foul. St. John on the line to shoot 2. I forget who I was on the call with. I said that, and I got the most blankest stare of all blankest stares.
No. That's right in my time period. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never watched the full High School Musical 1, 2, or 3, but I do know the famous Wildcats in the air. Yeah, I do know that.
First free throw note that St. John's uncharacteristically missing free throws here early in this game.
And, that's something that they really don't have time or space to do in this game, playing against the 4th-ranked team in the land on their home court. They don't have much space for mistakes or missed free throws or things that they can control.
Absolutely. It's 3 points at the free throw line. You've got to be able to make things. The second free throw right on cue is up and good. 9:28, 7.5 minutes to go here in our opening half here on SimWorld TV. Canesca Arena here in the Queens City, Queens, New York. Villanova trying to stay on the gas pedal. It's fouled, and we'll have 2 free throws coming up here Rick Pitino and St. John's trying to build something here in Cal Neptune and Villanova, trying to stop this hot red storm.
And I do look for Shannon to come out here as he just picked up his third foul. I don't think Patino's going to let his senior risk his fourth foul in the first half. So I look for him to come out, and that's going to change the dynamic even more for this small St. John's team against this bigger Villanova team. So I'm interested to see how fast a pace St. John is going to pick up and what they do defensively to try to counteract that size Villanova has.
Also, Rick Pitino trusts his guys unconditionally, and it looks like Shannon's going to stay out there with 3 fouls.
That's a lot of trust, especially when they're playing zone.
Oh yeah, Rick Pitino's been around the game for a while. We might have second thoughts of keeping Shannon in this game, as the Red Storm will take a timeout and we'll step aside here with 7:19 to play here in the first half here on SimWorld TV.
Ooh, man, oh man, oh man. As of present, you getting nothing but Drayton, and more Drayton. And this is officially off the rim.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us. Ain't no way around it.
Arena here in Queens, New York. 31-20, really high offensive game here, Sniper J. They go inside. Let's go.
That was a save for St. John right there. Pitino drove an excellent play, got the shot they wanted, they just couldn't convert, but the offensive rebound and gave them a second chance and they converted on that one.
Back and forth affair we go, as you said, blow for blow. Oh my goodness, that one toilet bowled around the rim, but it didn't fall. It didn't flush, I should say, as Shannon gets the bucket on the other end, and the Red Storm have the lead 32-31 with 6.5 minutes to play here in the first half.
There he goes again, Sam. Shannon beats every big man down the court to get the easy deuce. This is a common trend that we're seeing throughout the game, and this is a good trend for St. John. Bad trend for Villanova.
Here's Bell, quick trigger shot, a little strong and left, no good. Shannon the rebound in transition. Jabari Shannon has been a pivotal player for this Red Storm. Red Storm will set up their offense here. A little bit of a different look here from the Red Storm. They're spreading out the floor a little bit, but and is talking about putting your body on the line. Keyshawn Ship will pick up the offensive foul on the charge.
And that's his second, Sam. Do you think Rick Pitino's going to pull him out?
Well, if Pitino hasn't pulled Shannon out, I don't think he's going to pull Ship out.
That's a good observation, actually. And Ship has been leading the way for them in scoring. And at this point, I mean, you have to ask, where is Shea King for this St. John's team? He's been like a ghost out here. I don't think he's even on the court right now, but still, he's been leading his team so far. I wonder where he is tonight.
King might be overthrown here by Keyshawn Shipp's performance in this game.
You keep saying that, but hopefully in the second half we see Shea King come alive and win the game for St. John's like he always does.
Shipp missing that layup promptly. Villanova, chance to take the lead. Lob for Bell, collects it, calmly comes down with it, hooks it up for two. Villanova leads again, 33-32.
And Tim, I know he's just a freshman, but that was a veteran catch. Stop, slow down, get your patience, get your strength, and score right there from Bell. I mean, that looked like a senior move, and he's just a freshman, man. Look out.
There's a deep three, no good. Bell collects the rebound. Transition. Bell crosses over, passes it inside. And the Wildcats will flip to set up their offense. Here's Bell, near side wing. Double team might be coming, no. Bell now open. Electing not to shoot the basketball as the Red Storm transition to a pack of man defense. He goes, picks his spot in the baseline, and Justin Bell rings Bell with that jumper.
And Sam, I mean, you got to give Bell credit, man. He's a talented player, and right there, he was super patient on the offensive end against the St. John's zone and got to the spot and made the shot.
That was a fantastic bucket on the man. Studios center Forest Hills. We get a timeout on the court. 7 to go here on SimWorld TV Sniper. I mean, this is exactly the type of game that you expected, and this is probably the game that you're going to get next on SimWorld TV. As Houston travels to Memphis, what should be a fantastic basketball back and forth probably like this.
Absolutely. I mean, Houston has been struggling this year, but this game, trying to upset them. That's a big deal, to be honest.
My prediction, I think Memphis defense home court against the game in Houston. Gene, I don't know, how do you feel, Sniper?
I think this is a pretty good march. They are, they take care of his defense, no problem.
It's actually interesting. It's the game that you can follow the watch on SimWorld TV. 35-34, Villanova St. John trading blow for blow here in this contest. I mean, this is exactly the Big East basketball game that we thought we were going to get here, Sniper.
Absolutely, and this is what it comes down to in the Big East. The big time matchups late in the season. Everybody's piling for a spot, and you got to play to win.
So the Red Storm still working that 2-3 zone. Fadeaway jumper not there. Wildcats have to get a shot off here. 5 on the shot clock. Down low with that. Lovejoy pisses it off the glass, but the glass did not like that one, and it's a bit too much. On the other end, with the right hand and the finish. Red Storm back out in front.
That transition offense is helping St. John's really well tonight.
Rick Pitino, the countless wonder, the ageless wonder in coaching basketball. He knows how to run his offense. Here's a straightaway three. Oh, yes! Deshaun huffs and puffs and blows your house down with that three.
A big time shot. That's what they needed. In that zone.
Huff was wide open at the top of the key, and he did not miss there. Offensive rebound collected. Good is not good. As Bell will get called for the foul. Neptune incensed on the sideline that was called. So the center will go to the line to shoot 2 in Forest Hills, New York. We'll see Darren Bolt check out of the game here. Wildcats making some more substitutions. 2:41 to play here in the first half. And this back and forth affair here, this Big East contest. Second free throw is good. So we're all knotted up here at the Kaniska Arena at 38 apiece. Who wants to separate themselves more? Who can finish out this first half better? We're now looking at St. John's a 3-2 zone. Really leaving that three-point line open, and Villanova's making them pay. Justin Bell again.
Sam, it's one thing to play zone, but you also have to know who to shoot zone. So you can make it wide open.
There's a jumper. That's short. Villanova a chance to take a two-possession lead here. Storm again back in that 3-2 zone. They switch to a 2-3 when the ball goes inside. There's Lovejoy. Trying to find some space. The right hand. Got it! Villanova has its first two-possession lead of the game.
You know, the big-time shot for Lovejoy. We haven't seen much from him tonight, but if he gets going, it can be scary at the same time.
90 seconds remaining in this first half. Shot from St. John's goes. It's 43-40. Now from the Villanova respond. Big time moment here in this contest. There's a three, far wing. Oh, man! For Jamarius Newton. My word, what a shot that was from Whitman. He's had a big first half, sniper. Oh, what a drive! And slam for two! This place is back to life. 46-42. Here's Bell, guarded closely. Bell crossing over, dancing around, trying to find some space. Goes baseline. He's rejected. Big time block. (46, 42, 34.7 seconds remain here in the first half. Now can the Wildcats respond here after that block? They have 10 on the shot clock. Bell, three. Strong. Offensive rebound by Dang. There's another three for Villanova. Strong. Dang, another offensive opportunity. My word. Offensive rebound to McGee here. Bell, corner three. Oh, yeah! Bell, a big shot. St. John's a chance to cut this deficit that Villanova has quickly built up. 7-point lead. Down to three. Here's a straightaway three. It's Strong. Dang the rebound. He won't throw anything up. And that is how the half will close here. 49-42. Sniper, your thoughts here of this first half?
Villanova way at the end. Some big shots, and I think that's what we'll begin the second half. I think St. John's need to switch out of that zone, maybe play some man-to-man second half, mix it up, and give Villanova some different looks.
And it has been a fantastic game here so far, but Villanova closed out that first half well, Sniper. Maybe that'll play a little factor here as we move things into the second half. I mean, what do you have to change here for St. John's?
I think guarding the three-point line, they're doing a good job of protecting the paint, which is obviously a good defensive game plan, but they just can't give Justin Bell and Lippman wide open three-point shots because they're going to knock those down. They are good shooters. If they could adjust on three-point shooting, I think they could find their way back into the game.
7-point lead for Villanova. Welcome back here on SimWorld TV.
SimWorld Sports, where you can see the game, be the game.
Yo, it's your boy. Check out Talking Dirty with me so we can catch up on prep news in SimWorld Sports. You know the deal. Holla at your boy. See the game, be the game.
Welcome back here from Kineska Arena here on SimWorld TV. Villanova closed out that first half masterfully. They have the largest lead of the contest, 7 points, 49-42. Probably St. John's turning the ball over. Villanova a chance to extend.
This is going to be a big half of basketball, Sam.
Absolutely.
You see St. John's sticking with the 2-3 zone like they did in the first half.
They're just collapsing too much, and they're allowing shooters like Justin Bell to be open, but it's not a shot that I would want the Red Storm giving Justin Bell. That jumper is good. Keyshawn Ship carrying on from where he was in the first half.
Yeah, and he's been a nightmare for Villanova tonight. He's been scoring in bunches and really leading the St. John's team.
Ooh. What a play right there from Villanova. Hitting the slam and score, 51-44. The Red Storm respond, and that's a good response right there. King, the fadeaway J.
And if you're Rick Pitino and the fan base and his teammates, you're happy that he scored that basketball right there, because St. John's really need him to wake up if they want to get back into this game in the second half.
Here's Bell, a little shake and bake, but no dice on that jumper. St. John's can cut the lead a little bit more here. Try to go inside, the pass deflected. Here's Quinney. Bounce pass inside. Fade away. Very good. Wide right.
I like that shot, though. It's the exact same shot he shot on the left. We're going to push the tempo, get out in transition a little bit early in the second half.
As Logan Williams will go to the line to shoot 2. New Brunswick, New Jersey. Close to my neck of the woods. These are having
How close?
a little bit of comedy here at the free throw line. Williams not really liking the way the official tossed the ball to him. And going back to your question, I'm like 25 minutes away from New Brunswick.
Oh, yeah, you right there. Right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like this guy can't catch the ball. What's going on? Is this like a Patrick Ewing thing or a remake?
I mean, this is insane. This feels like a Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah. What's going on with the big fella? I think
The anniversary of SNL just happened not too long ago.
it's true. I do remember. This is his second time missing that pass, though, so I'm starting to wonder if he left his contacts at home.
Oh, man. And this game has had pretty much everything. As Williams went 2 for 2 at the line. I mean, back and forth affair, incredible atmosphere. This is peak Big East basketball.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the hottest ticket in town when the New York Knicks aren't here, so I'm not surprised to see how many people showed up, how loud it is in Madison Square Garden. And you have the number 4 team ranked in the land in your arena. Why would you want to show up and show out and put on a good, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's the first impression, but a good impression for this school?
Absolutely. As we're seeing the turnovers amount here for both these teams. As Quinney can't get that shot to fall. St. John's another opportunity. Couldn't fall either. Villanova an opportunity now to re-extend their lead. Have a 7-point advantage, and they go down low on the slam for 2 for Justin Bell. That was Morgan Williams, pardon me.
And apparently, Sam, he took a visit to the Statue of Liberty because that's the dunk he just did there on that play. The Statue of Liberty, that's what we call that one.
He said, God bless America on that one. As the Red Storm fall over the basket of their own. After a 7-point game here at the Mecca of college basketball.
Keyshawn Ship has impressed me tonight. His mobility, his aggressiveness, the way he weaves through traffic and is able to score is extremely impressive.
My word! Don't mean to interrupt you, Sniper J, but we have just gotten a poster alert. What a slam!
Yeah, that's gonna be up in the lobby after the game.
Oh my goodness. Printing out fresh on the New York Times, because what a poster that was. Oh, on the other end, King slammed it down for 2.
While having a dunk contest in the winner of the game. I like this.
Well, that's exactly what it's turned into, a dunk contest. That shot falls off, no good. 57-50 here, 15-53 to play. Here's Shannon. Kicks it out to Quinny. Quinny's been playing well for the Red Storm. Crosses over, steps back, drives inside, is rejected by Williams.
And that's what Williams provides for his Villanova team, support at the rim. I mean, he's an elite shot blocker, elite defender. And on that possession, he was able to stay with the quick guard and get the block and get another possession for his team. That's big time for him.
That's looks to be a foul here on the floor as you hear the boos raining down. Going to the line is Noah Jackson. Shooting 2. Just look at that shot. The student section here at the game, the Red Storm, faithful, shown up.
Ooh, I walked myself right into that one, didn't I?
Yes, we did, and I absolutely slammed the door.
The storm of red coming down the court, I guess.
Exactly, kind of like the thundering hurt. No, that's actually not anything else. Second free throw was good. Red Storm going to call a timeout. And we will step aside here for this TV timeout here on SimWorld TV.
Wait. There's something I want to tell you. -2.
Even I have something to tell you.
Huh?
Lasting relationships are based on transparency, like what Geojit BNP Paribas shares with 4.5 lakh customers. Benefit from transparency.
back here. Nesca Arena. St. John's slowly trying to throw themselves back into this game. Villanova not letting that happen. Sniper J, I mean, looking at keys here for the Redstone and Villanova. After the Redstone have to do to come back in this game, and what can Villanova do to prevent them from coming back in this game?
That's an absolutely amazing question, Sam. And I want to take us back for a second here and remember the end of the first half. Villanova got out on a hot streak, made a couple of threes, really pushed the league up to I think about 7 points at halftime, and they haven't let up. And I think that's the key for St. John's to get back into this game. They would need to go on like a 7-0, 9-0 run to regain that tightness into the game. But it's going to start with defense for St. John's. They can't trade basket for basket with Villanova anymore. They actually have to buckle down, get stops, and get rebounds and score on the offensive end. And for Villanova, I mean, I think the best option is to keep them attacking the rim aggressive, drawing fouls, playing through the big men in the post because they have the size advantage.
Absolutely, and Villanova using that size advantage down low with that dunk. They stopped the slow, they stopped a fast-paced run here that the Red Storm are going on. 60-54, and St. John's again bearing another basket. It's turning into a close game here. Sniper full lead for Villanova.
Absolutely, that was a tough shot by King right there. One-legged leaner to the right. That's extremely tough, and he's capable of making those types of shots. But I would like for him to get a little bit easier type of shot, just so he could get some real momentum and flow of the game. Because right now it just seems like he gets an ISO and he shoots it quick.
That's a great point there, Sniper. Especially, given how massive this game is, you can't really have mistakes coming down the stretch. What a crossover! The shot goes up, no good. Red Storm will go to the line. For 2 as Jackson gets called for it. King picking up business here in the second half. Sniper.
Yep, and you're exactly right. And if you watch that last possession, you see how he was able to get down here, use his bar skills, get the clean crossover, break the defender down, get down here and draw the foul. That's the Shea King we all know and love, and that's what we want to see here in the second half as St. John's try to climb their way back to beat the number 4 team in the land.
Absolutely. Justin Bell in the second half, kind of quiet. A little bit surprising to you, Sniper J?
No, it's not, because I'm pretty sure Coach Neptune at halftime was like, okay guys, we all know we have the size advantage, and that's how we want to play the second half. And Justin Bell being the good player, the good person he is, the star of the team, he minds his coach, and he's doing what the coach asked him to do because he's trying to win ball games and hopefully contend for a national championship at Hoops area. So it doesn't surprise me that his production has lacked off a little bit because he's trying to follow the game.
If you're both these teams here, Sniper, for Villanova, St. John's, who is one player that needs to step up to help both these teams win this contest?
Right now, if I had to take for Villanova, I would expect Lovejoy to step up and win. And he has known to be clutch. He can score anytime he wants, if we want to be honest, in the post, because he's that skilled. He used both hands very well. If you're St. John's, this is tough. Because Ship is having a great game, but I want to see Shea King step it up and be more productive on the offensive end. I think he's going to be the key. His quickness and elusiveness to get down here and draw fouls is what's going to open this game up for St. John's and open up more avenues of scoring for them.
Mario Dang will go to the line to shoot 2. Dang has played some solid minutes off the bench here for Villanova. Solid 6th, 7th man off the bench for the Wildcats. He's had some great blocks. He's hustled down low for some solid offensive second chances. He's really been a fuss for this Red Storm team.
He's like the energy guy, you know, or he's like a little net that doesn't go away. He's always have high energy. He's everywhere. He has a knack for the ball, and he's just tough as nails. And that's why Villanova's team is so good. I mean, they have guys like that on their roster or on the bench that could come in and give them good minutes and not bring down the level of play.
Exactly. So we approach the 12-minute mark here in this one. Quinn swing the ball around the Red Storm, trying to find something here. Here's Burl. Goes back to Quinn. Shot clock down to 5. Quinn backs out. Back to Burl. He's got to get a shot off. They throw up a prayer. It's long, no good. Not a good offensive set right there for the Red Storm. In transition, Villanova. Running down the lane. It's time to Costa Markham. Signing up for 2, and it's a double-digit lead for Villanova.
Sam, he whipped that thing behind his back like it's like depending on it, put that defender on skate and rolls up and slammed that one home. My goodness, that was nice.
And out shot for Burl. Villanova chance to build. And this Wildcat team starting to look like the Wildcats that we've all seen this season. Keep it close, and then they pounce and strike you when you least expect it. Just like that's a double-digit lead for this Wildcat team. Down low, right hand, good to Costa Markham.
Look at his celebration going down the court, man. He's hyped that he's able to help his team that much. I would expect Rick Pitino to get a timeout here soon to regroup his troops and get them back on board and hopefully try to make a run at this game.
My goodness, a mental error right there for the Red Storm. And it is not looking good. The Wildcats are just absolutely dominating right now in this stint of the ball game. St. John's needs to find an answer. But this is the reason why, Sniper J, that Villanova is ranked 4th in SimWorld Hoops.
Absolutely. I mean, Villanova's a team that constantly scores the ball. And as we have a timeout here, we're going to take a break here, and we're going to keep talking about this when we get back.
Come back here on SimWorld TV. We were talking about, my brain just shut off because I forgot what we were talking about.
You know, I believe we were talking about Villanova and why they are the 4th-ranked team in the land and why they could compete for a national championship coming down the line in Hoop Stereo. And I was just saying, it's because they score throughout the game. They don't have drop-offs where they go scoreless and you can't score. They score constantly. And I think that's what we're seeing here tonight. Like, they constantly are able to manufacture points even when things are tough on the defensive end, and that's what makes them so good. Sam.
And this is just an onslaught here from Villanova in this moment of the game. Rick Pitino, not really an animated guy, was animated during that timeout to try and will his players back in the game. You could really hear a pin dropping here. The atmosphere has really died out as Villanova has taken over this game.
Yep, and you said it best. I mean, Villanova has sucked the energy right out of this arena, and they've been doing it with good fundamental basketball. No turnovers, getting the shots they want, drawing fouls, and it's just been a pleasure to watch how good they came out of halftime and performed throughout this half to build this lead.
Darius Ward got called for the foul. He was not too thrilled with that call, but clearly was a foul. And that just pretty much sums up how this second half has gone. Frustrating for the Red Storm.
Yeah, but there's still time left, Sam. You know, 9 minutes is a long time in a basketball game, and to be honest, they're really one good run away from being right back in a 10-0 run. And we're talking about a 5-point game, and we're back to the Big East basketball we know and love.
Kyrie Costa marked him at the line. Second free throw here, made his first. – 73-58 score here at 9:34 to play. Here in this contest, and Sniper, I mean, Villanova has steadily taken over this game.
Yes, they have, and I look forward to St. John making a run. I think they're going to compete here tonight. I think they're going to make a run. And it's going to start with Shipping, Shaky, whichever one can manufacture some points in a hurry. I think that's what's going to happen for St. John's.
I mean, St. John's is just completely they seem out of sorts here in this second half. It seems like nothing's going their way. I mean, this is not Rick Pitino basketball that we know and love here in the college basketball world.
You're absolutely right, but you got to give some credit to Coach Neptune and the Villanova staff over there. I mean, they went into halftime with the lead, and they came out of halftime and builded on what they had going into halftime. So the adjustments made at halftime definitely favored the coaches on this one. I mean, the players go out there and do what their coach say, and so far this Villanova team has done that to perfection and built the lead.
That might be a spark plug there for the Red Storm. As Garrett Quinney spins, scores, and he has a chance to go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. You know, I must say, as a fan of hair, I'm a huge fan of his hairstyle.
He definitely sticks out, I'll tell you that, Sam.
The free throw is no good. The Red Storm struggling at the stripe today. In transition, Morgan Williams, no regard for human life, took the rebound, went coast to coast, slammed it down for two, and it is starting to look like Wildcat basketball. Shannon misses that one.
And here he goes again, Sam. The center is pushing the transition break, and last time nobody picked up the ball, and I ain't gonna lie, Coach Russ told me, man, you do not want people dunking on your rims, man. That is disrespectful. But Williams on that last possession just tried to tear it down here in New York, and I know Rick Pitino and his company is feeling some type of way about that.
Just like that, if you blinked, this was a one-point game at some point, and now you see it, now you don't. 21-point lead for Villanova.
Yes, sir. And if we just playing the video game, the game would be over, because once we go up by 21, that's game. But we're going to play this one now. Hopefully St. John's can make it right and make this game interesting here late.
So I'm a little bit confused about that. Do you want to...
What do you mean?
A little more? I wish you could see my face right now.
Oh, you talking about the video game?
What
Is that what you mean? In any video game. So let's just say we play the SWBA.
I'm not sure about.
Well, I don't know how you play, but how I grew up playing is if my team beats your team, if I go up by 21 points and the game is not over, the game is over. There's no way you're coming back.
I mean, unless if you have 2015 Steph Curry.
Look, maybe the Warriors was never... Maybe the Warriors was never in that position on the video game. I don't know. But I'm just saying how the rules was when I was playing.
Interesting. Very interesting. Something I've never heard of before. But the more you know. Shot clock down to 5. Justin Bell crossing over. He'll pull up. Oh my. Justin Bell. Sending some fans home. Starting to get some fans heading for the exits with 6.5 minutes to play.
You're absolutely right about that. I mean, as we watch people get up and leave the arena, we know that St. John's and New York basketball, they have very passionate fans, and just not gonna go for it. Justin Bell just lighting them up like a Christmas tree and hitting tough shots like that.
And this is truly a work of art here from these teams. Especially from Villanova. Big, long shot. If that would have fallen, oh my goodness.
Yeah, if that would have fallen, you would have to say it's just Villanova's night, because ain't no way. I respect Williams a lot in his craft, but him making 3 pointers, it's on the low end of the bar right now.
He would have had to play the Pennsylvania Lottery.
I see you getting active on this voice right here, Sam. I can appreciate that.
Man, well, we are in New York. We are in the absolute biggest place for, second to Los Angeles for film and acting and all that.
New York has a lot of talent.
Indeed.
A lot of talent.
Might be a little bit too dense, though, with how many people are in New York, but that's a conversation for another day as to where to go to the line to shoot 2. What went wrong, Nicker J, for the Red Storm?
If I'm going to be completely honest with you, it was the end of the first half. They had some costly turnovers. They let Bell hit a couple threes, and Villanova grew the lead and confidence going into halftime. And they just capitalized on it. And St. John's went into halftime with a negative feeling, and Rick Pitino probably went in there, threw something at the board, smashed some water around, and I'm not going to say he lost his locker room, but that probably wasn't the right message to send in that moment. So I would say on the court, it was in the first half that run Villanova made at the end of the first half put them in the place to make these runs in the second half and put them up by 20 points late in the game.
I couldn't agree with you more. I felt like that run at the end of the second half has been the telltale sign of what that run at the end of the first half has looked like for the second half of basketball. Villanova is a well-oiled machine, and Kyle Neptune certainly has his team in tune with everything. And Justin Bell, highlight reel dunk.
Yeah, he's showing up and showing out now. He's just making a statement to the whole St. John's organization, school.
Villanova faithful that made the short trip. Loud and proud in the building. It's a 23-point Villanova lead. That shot falls off the rim, no good. And if you're at a Red Storm, right, looking at this from a hoop stereo perspective, you know, as another great play by Villanova, Mugen William dunking it down for 2. Looking at hoop stereo and you're the Red Storm and seeing this type of result, it makes you think that if the Red Storm match up against a strong team like Villanova, I just don't see St. John's making a strong run in hoop stereo.
Well, that's tough to say. It's all about matchups, and you know, if that strong team matches up in size with St. John, if like their big man 6'8", 6'9", I think St. John's is going to be really competitive in that ball game and probably come out with a win. But if they're battling 2 7-footers like they are tonight, maybe they need to look at their game plan and refine some things and change some things if they actually want to compete in hoop stereo.
Another foul here on the floor. It looks like the Wildcats are going to shoot 2. You know, if you're Villanova coming on the road here against a strong Big East opponent, ranked 18th Red Storm, and you're dominating as much as you are like this, I mean, you got to feel good if you're Kyle Neptune and the Wildcats.
I 100% agree with you, Sam. I would feel good if I'm Kyle Neptune, but I would not let my team know that I feel good. I would keep my foot on the gas with them and make sure that they know that there's other teams out there that really, really wants to beat you and really wants to win a national title more than you do. And we still need to have that hunger and drive when it comes to the Big East championship game and hoop stereo, because you're one and done when it comes to hoop stereo. There is no second chances.
Absolutely. And it's just like what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said. It's about drive, it's about power, and that's exactly what Villanova has, as they are just devouring the Red Storm in this contest. That's a nice dunk right there by the Red Storm. Just a little bit too late, though, in the game.
Yeah, and a little bit too much showboating for my liking. Get up and get back on defense, sir. Your team is down by more than 20 points.
Villanova definitely putting in the work, putting in the hours. It's definitely paid off in this game. I'm hoping you understand those references.
I'm sorry, Sam. I was looking at the standings, but I'll get back to your
man.
references in just a second. But I think with this loss, this puts St. John's out of the race to compete for the Big East Conference title, and it moves Villanova just a little bit ahead of everybody else.
Villanova just pure dominant in the second half. I mean, this game was a back and forth, 1 point affair for most of the first half, and I mean, Villanova has just put on a show, put on a clinic in the second half.
Yes, I'm interested to go back and watch the film and really see how long did Villanova hold St. John's scoreless on their runs, or how big were the runs? Was it 18-2? Was it 22-4? Those type of runs make a big difference in games, and I felt like Villanova did that in the second half.
Lewis Fultz got the basket there for St. John's. 92-70 is the score here. As there's a foul called, and what's left of the Red Storm faithful here not too happy as Central gets called for the foul. Wildcats again going to the line. Then, you know, you go back to that end of the first half, Sniper. You really saw the body language of the Red Storm and how that little run by Villanova at the end of the half really affected them.
Yes, absolutely. It looked like they was a little bit defeated. Their body language going into halftime, and it's up to Rick Pitino or any coach in that situation to fix the body language first, then fix the mentality, and then get the execution game plan to the players. And I'm not sure what happened in that St. John's locker room, but something got dealt with wrong in that situation, or the order was a little off, and I think that carried over into the second half of the St. John's team. Because if I remember correctly, and I know I'm ranting, St. John started the second half with a turnover, and Villanova started the half with a bucket. So that's not ever how you want to start a half.
Absolutely, and I mean, you're the Red Storm. Like there's just. I mean, this is a deflating loss if you're the Red Storm. I mean, you compete hard in the first half. Last 60 seconds, Villanova goes on a 12-2 run to end the half, goes up 7. And then that body language, that momentum just carried over in the second half. And the Wildcats just would not allow St. John's to get back into the game.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And just to piggyback on that, I think this is a learning lesson for the St. John's team. And yes, I know it's late in the year, but lessons are always learned. And the lesson here is tonight is like, it's a game of two halves. And whatever happened in that first half, you quite literally have to let it go and come out and put your best foot forward in the second half and win the ball game. And St. John's knew that. But I'm pretty sure after watching film and discussing with their peers and coaches that they will do that the next game and probably every game from here on out.
Absolutely, is that three at about every part of the rim. No good, and you know, Villanova obviously going to win this ball game. I mean, the Wildcats just doing well here on SimWorld TV. But ladies and gentlemen, as we dwindle down here in this contest, Sniper, what are your thoughts here with Villanova winning in this dominant fashion? Do you see them continuing this run that they're on further down the line?
I do. I think Villanova's going to dominate the rest of the 5 to 6 games, 7 games in the Big East Conference. They're going to play in the title game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're going to win that title game. They're going to be Big East champs this year. They're going to be looking at a #1 seed in Hoopsteria, and I don't think they're going to see their first real tough matchup in Hoopsteria until the Sweet 16. So that's when I'll be looking for this Villanova team to actually have some serious competition on their hands.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, but your St. John's, you definitely got to go look back at the film, figure out what went wrong and how to correct it, and just put this loss in the past, forget about it, and move on to the next game.
Absolutely. Take a look in the mirror, make the necessary corrections, and get back on track with winning and being St. John's, the team we know and love.
Good.
See y'all. Y'all looking great.
Thank you.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
All right. Let's see what you got here. Oh, you got them sitting on them big boys? Ooh, yo. Bro, that's clean.
Yeah, I knew you like it, man. I knew you like it.
I just got one problem, though.
What's that?
It's a goddamn robbery, man. Can't be riding around here with 20. You trying to be incognito.
Man, that's all I can
This
get.
ain't gonna work, bro. What we doing?
I wonder what they arguing about. Girl, I told him that shit wasn't gonna work. He don't listen to nothing.
What's that noise?
Okay.
Pop the trunk, man. I know. Pop the trunk, bro.
No,
Pop the goddamn trunk, man.
I'm serious right now.
How you gonna steal the car and then keep the dude in the car that you stole the car from?
Excuse me, I'm sorry for my friends. By the way, you have a very nice ride. I really like it. Can I just reach around you and grab the shotty really quick, really fast? Thank you. Thank you so much. And a few of these bullets. Let's go. Man, I told you to be inconspicuous. Shh. Don't go nowhere.
I'm in that dasher with a vixen. You don't wanna see us blitzing. Underhanded pitching, hit him straight up in his mitten. Hope the Lord forgive him, man. His grandma been praying, been a bad boy since the Pistons. Wipe his nose, ain't no call. Tell his partners come get him. Stuffing yadas with the pigeons. When we talking outside lingo, ain't no talking over digits. Currents over comma, ain't no motherfucking sentence. Tell him black sent you, sir, your people not your feeling. Oh, man, this smoke was alright. Man, her ass was alright. Don't ask me if I'm alright. Pray this shit gon' go right. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright. Man, this smoke was alright. Man, her ass was alright. Don't ask me if I'm alright. Pray this shit gon' go right. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright.
Welcome to Game 2 of this basketball doubleheader on SimWorld TV. We are live from the FedEx Forum in Memphis for some American Conference action where the Houston Cougars, who are 9-14 overall, 4-3 in conference play, take on the number 6 Memphis Tigers, 17-8 overall, 6-1 in conference play in what should be an action-packed showdown. I'm JJP alongside my broadcast partner Kamal. Kamal, these two teams are battling for top spots in the AAC, and with the energy in this building tonight, we're in for a great one.
Yeah, you're right about that, JJ. And look, Houston been underperforming, been struggling. They're actually a pretty great defensive team, but they've been struggling of late. They did pick up a big win against Princeton, but other than that, it's been a struggle season for them. Memphis, on the other hand, bucket getters. We're gonna have to look out for Outlaw. You know, he's a lottery pick in an SWBA, you know, and they're actually number 2 in the nation on points per game.
And Memphis wins this tip-off. Quick look at the AAC standings. These Tigers are up top at 6-1 in AAC play, followed by SMU at 5-3. And then you have 3 teams at 4-3. Princeton, Davidson, and Houston, who are now on offense. And all those three teams mentioned are currently 4-3 in conference play. And the last game for the Cougars was a victory over Princeton at home. Final score there was 83-59. And Memphis's last game was also a victory at home over Harvard, 70-52. The Tigers are nice move indeed. 4-game winning streak for the Tigers as they score the first points. Number 11, number 6 in the nation, and they're up 2-0. Turnaround attempt is a miss by Carl Holmes, the team captain of the Cougs, as Memphis striking back here in this first stanza of the ball game.
Look at JJ, I'll tell you this much. Carl Holmes taking shots like that, Houston gonna have a major problem. They're gonna take an L. I do not like that shot selection from Carl Holmes.
Yeah, Carl Holmes did not have the best look there on that shot attempt. Still have a goose egg here in the first minute of the ball game. Memphis with the inbound. They'll get it to Joyce, who flings it to Banks. Banks trying to move cross court. And not the best look for him either, but he ends up scoring. It's 4-0 Memphis.
Great D, better O. That is right there.
Yeah, it's been quite a roller coaster season for Houston, but one constant has been the play of Carl Holmes. 6'10" junior forward. He commits the offensive foul right as I try and tap him up here.
Now it's your chance.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So Houston fan, my apologies. Kamal, you got to undo the announcer jinx. I'll talk more about Holmes. Prior to this ball game, he's been averaging 19.5 points per game. You said it, Kamal. He's a projected lottery pick. In this upcoming SWBA draft, the Cougars will need everything from him to take down Memphis, as we see a second offensive foul committed by Joyce. So it's Cougars ball. Looking at Memphis' background info here, they're making serious noise in the American Conference. According to our colleague Rick Blaze on the Tuesday edition of SimWorld Today, he says this conference, this AAC conference, is theirs to lose. Memphis sitting at 5-1 in AAC play. They've separated themselves from the pack, while teams like Princeton are slipping. Memphis has the talent, the depth, and the momentum to take the regular season title. But the real question, Kamal, how far can these Tigers go when it comes to Hoopsteria?
Hoopsteria, they're going to get knocked out early. I'm sorry, Penny Hardaway. Sorry to tell you, they're going to get... I mean, they're a good offensive team, but sometimes they be kind of inconsistent with things. You can't be inconsistent in Hoopsteria.
Tigers trying to maintain this current 4-point lead. And one thing is undeniable, though. Memphis can put up points in a hurry. They're top 10 in the nation in scoring, sitting at number 2 overall in points per game. Kenneth Plum, Darius Outlaw, KB Mack, and Darian Banks are all making an impact. But here's the issue. The defense just isn't there. They're giving up 66.7 points per game, ranking 74th in the nation. Could be a major problem come Hoopsteria. If Memphis wants to make some noise in the tournament, they'll need to tighten up on that part of the floor, the defensive floor.
And JJ, what wins you championships?
Defense.
Exactly. That's why I think Memphis is going to get knocked out early. Sorry, Penny Hardaway. I mean, legend and all, but still, if you ain't playing no defense, you're going to get knocked out early.
Surely a need of help there on that end, the defensive side, and we'll see it in action here on this possession by the Cougars. Still a 4-2 ball game at the 16:27 mark here in the first half. And we'll go over the Houston starters: Kilpatrick, Abdul-Rauf, Stonewall, Holmes, and Long. The coach, Kelvin Sampson. Jumper here, and it's a miss.
Is that Holmes again? Another bad shot?
It was Holmes.
Wow.
And this leads to a scoop, but a miss on the layup.
You got to make
Holmes
that.
comes up with the rebound. Now Holmes at the top of the key will send it out to his guard, out to Stonewall, who works from the right wing. Houston trying to tie up this ball game or take the lead. Stonewall now It's actually Abdul Rauf. Now out onto the left wing. 4 seconds on the shot clock. What shot will they take here? It's a 2-point pull-up. It's good for Houston.
Hey, if it go in, it go in. I tell you this much though, that was a terrible offense though. I mean, the bucket.
All right, a timeout by Memphis at the 15:30 mark. 4-4 the score. All right, it's that time. Kamal, do you want to do the honors and shout out the chat? Who do we have currently in the chat for the second game of this SimWorld doubleheader?
Let me shout them out, you feel me? Biff Markham, shout out to you. Kai Killings, shout out to you. Cyrus Doris, shout out to you. Shout out to the people in the chat. Appreciate y'all.
I appreciate all of you for being active in the chat. You never know when we'll send out these shout outs, so keep it going. Keep sending out your message, your reactions, and your predictions as well. We want to know your hot takes about these two teams in the AAC and in all of SimWorld U. So be sure to be active in the chat. We appreciate all of you. All right, looking at the box score here. See, Stonewall has... Actually, our box score might be out of whack at the moment. No, actually Stonewall with all of the 4 points for the Cougars thus far. Banks and Mack with the points for Memphis at this point. Still very early in this ballgame, Kamal, but what do you want to see from either team in order for them to, come up with a nice looking lead?
For Houston, I mean, I guess keep making lucky buckets, because if they offense gonna keep looking like that, I think they're gonna have a long night. But the offense is not crisp, but I mean they are making shots, I guess. Memphis, I mean, there we go, right there. I was about to say, give it to Outlaw, give it to your stars, and let them go to work. It's that easy. Like Kenneth Klum, let's get some shots up for this guy. Get into the offense. Let's go.
There's a turnover. Lace Darius Outlaw putting up his first points on the previous possession for Memphis. It's Banks getting to work here near the free throw line, backs up behind the 3-point line. Banks still with the ball, with the shot clock at 13, works with the screen, shoots a jumper. Now one is settle in for 2 points.
Nice shot right there. And JJ, what I mentioned earlier about Houston and their offense, it ain't looking good. And right when I said that, boom, it still happens. They're careless with the ball, not really moving on offense well. I mean, that's probably why they kind of low on points per game in the SWU. I mean, the offense is just not happening.
Stonewall out. Houston down by 4, and here's the layup attempt off the glass, no good. Rebound by Memphis. Takes it out to Outlaw. And Outlaw slowing down the pace here. He'll work with the ball himself. Bounce pass over to Klum. Klum and his team up by 4 here at FedEx Forum. Lace Darius now at the top of the key. Screen by Joyce, and Outlaw goes up, misses. Rebound by Long.
I actually like that offensive possession right there from Memphis right there. Keep getting those type of shots up. They're not all going to fall, but eventually the majority of them going to fall.
Plum working now. Deep behind the 3-point line. Gets it out. 3-pointer attempt.
Oh.
It's a miss.
And got to make that wide open.
Outlaw will definitely receive more shot opportunities throughout this ball game as Plum comes up with the board. We'll see if they go to Lace Darius. They do here on the pass.
Back to him.
Up against Long. 3 is in. Lace Darius Outlaw pleasing this home crowd as Memphis
they getting loud in here, JJ.
Houston has to call timeout after that fancy-looking 3-pointer. We'll step aside for a quick break, but stay tuned. More action coming up next.
See the game, be the game.
And it's time to see the game be the game.